This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
And again, my facility program. Yes.
I was contemplating that. Say Chelsea players in a number of years are about together, and then West Ham United. If you look at their team, Ocheke Fabianski, Vladimir Kafal, Ofa Emerson Pemeri, Ofa Naya Faguel, Ofa Kedzuma. You come to the midfield of Thomas Susek, James Ward-Prowse was a new player. I'll be joining here. Lucas Paqueta, Michel Antonio, Said Berama, Osha. Just a new player, but the fact of the matter is Chelsea here has certain additions and consistently are laying out. And until those areas are fixed, it will take time. Clearly, Obatia said from a certain perspective, so for Thiago Silva, for Azel de Cersei, for Levi Kowela. This is the first time they are playing together. For Enzo Gallagher, they were there last season. About Fina Chico and Mekaba Bekano. Raheem Sterling is just trying to pick up. Ben Chilwell is on and off. But I still feel Chelsea need more than what they should at the London Park to progress if they indeed want to compete there. You can't say Chelsea in your striker. Yeah. You can't almost say Jackson, you know. You won't win. The level Jackson, you know. I'm not demeaning him. But this is a team Higuain, Morata have struggled. Again, Shea Jackson, you know, I can call it. For compete teams now, Chelsea no more competing, even to the middle table. How many teams will he start as number 9? Until clearly Chelsea need more than what they should against West Ham, in as much as it's a new team. Win a game match in such competitive games, and they need to show up. Game boy and you know, it was nothing to write him about. Until Manchester United, Tottenham, Man United, what they were lacking within their setup. And I don't know how sure. Yes, a match fit for the gods. Or the ETR Stadium. Sure. Manchester City against Newcastle United. Clearly, who said those two teams were ready for the battle. But quality, and the separation between the two. Who striker will show goals? Who striker will change the game? You know, the Ohunibi and the Julian Alvarez at the my team friend Manchester City. You better, and then you better other games. Brighton for now not looking back. Almost sure how many more. Yeah. And Liverpool a bounce back, but the error still remains. Jurgen Klopp and finding antidote to the errors. Never defense, no. The defense looks shaky, but in all, almost bounce back. No more advantage over Chelsea, Man United because of Adia Bako. And you know, I bet you kakra. That is it for the Premier League. Transfers kakra beba. Okay. Yako Syria and Monsua. Juve, Abba back. Inter Milan, I heard the pair of Anatovic, Lautaro Martinez, Marco Thuram, Lautaro Martinez, near Shady Omodeba. Jose, brilliant goal from Andrew Bellotti, but I need enough. Jude Bellingham, 2 games, 3 goals, brilliant play from the player master out in the cathedral. You need to watch Vinicius Junior go Nibio, and Barcelona look drab and then lethargic. Okay, Barca ball now, yeah. But you know, they find a way to secure the 3 maximum point. And the transfer story is a woman I'm a person with the baby. I mean, I'm going straight away.
Young corner, young Korean, so no one's a Chelsea. Ubia a pay in what trolley, a minima day. You free on you. Nafi, I treat you a dorsal dodo. Yesterday's match has tilted Sergio from wearing anything like blue colors on his body today. Lippy Brown, Garu Unaudi, and so Abraham. Lippy Brown, me that man on Monday, blue, just Chelsea Jesse Monday. Okay, to whom say Chelsea winning, I can Chelsea Jesse Monday. Nabasa, Bianca, the with me, Aka. All right.
To me starting for him.
But also Chelsea, you need Chelsea, so to the man, why didn't them?
Now, you know,
Chelsea didn't make him be.
I know so become no dear or dear son.
Let me be make him be.
There are women one as a
some come on you dear, but besides Chelsea,
Mummy and one as a As a master Chelsea.
My question is,
One Satan.
yeah, what 3 points or more 1 point?
What's
3 points or more 1 point.
There's nothing positive about your
Yeah,
game.
the who's the future? No,
Oh, there's more.
WWE.
At least 17 shots. The whole
Future here bright.
17 shots.
On your master, you know,
Future is bright. No, it's true because Man U are D third, any Chelsea will D 12. You need to say compare. You don't have to even compare Chelsea to Man U. Intimidate them. Man U the level number from par.
Also, you enter them when you feel any
a question.
Yes, you know, if you want to call that class.
West Ham United and then Chelsea and boom.
Yeah.
Now, a game and will be him say after Chelsea giving a good account of themselves in the first game against Liverpool, man winning. But ball boy against Liverpool, your point will be about Chelsea abaso.
Yeah.
So playing against West Ham, first game, almost a ball draw. Now, a team almost consistent. At a point, transfers can no more advertise it. At a point, almost on Pam coach a friend the Moise. Until last minute, Omnia Julia Edson Alvarez and then Thomas my branch friend James Prowse. Ever become a team in home. And almost the bar against Chelsea will be a ball mabaso in the first game. Yeah, and a branch friend James Prowse. When it comes to set pieces, he's an expert. And I didn't know, a branch you could now corner home or Maso, Naya Faguel or Mad. A branch friend Conor Gallagher and me and Nan in 10 years. And I do know Pim Bono, a branch friend Roberto Sanchez and Timian first go. Now Chelsea need to bounce back because gradually no man never himself into the game. And a branch friend Chuku Emeka and clearly, in the first game, now have the second game of Boya Dinoa. Shakwa Brandt and the fast to take it 1-2 and look at the quality and the touch and the accuracy of the ball no a two in your daddy equalizer no for my friend Chelsea. Chelsea were in control. Now she Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, the performance of Raheem Sterling. Then one was say West Ham United didn't probably be could do actually. No more mother space no. And met my friend Chelsea for ball into Tottenham. And Genoa or Mukucha Brandt here friend Raheem Sterling. Penalty. Enzo Fernandez ababe jebono obi anim so de ball ne ba beto atinam okọ na chi ba community no a Anko Siaga and Abrante fe na Afonso Areola ade ba ko onim ye pa ye ne reflexes de ka into a goalkeeper so nya penalty tia no na se wan to obo ase age no a obeche ball no and Abrante no eche ball no. Now Chelsea and me am up to the part in the view and unfortunately for them West Ham United kokonya a second goal. And shed that error from Livy Cowell, Azel Del Cesi. Share on baby Azel Del Cesi Colus Bono. Naturally, Livy Cowell marking our demand Michel Antonio. No, clearly tells you, do not look at the marking. Basic.
Oh, marking.
Basic. And Crank marking. Look at the marking.
Maybe the second
space not
look at that.
It's on me, no, me blame one. And for me, OJ passing just in the gym. Liverpool, look at that.
We can't rely on these guys.
Basic. They need time to grow. They are too young for the platform. And you know, and Michel Antonio ever experienced. One channel, make no mistake, the ball was in the net. And a second goal, no. Ede Emaye. A debut to forget. And a branch a friend and Moises Casedo a bad game. You know, buy no try so cool temper no. No try so beat me a spray 1 or 2 passes. It do baby okolusu bobi ma kake to abi and ketima a friend West Ham coach third goal. And look at the sliding out the buy at the penalty a buy. Make no mistake, Lucas Paqueta pick a ball no Genoa or the ball no at 2 at them. Too bad after that back heel, Casedo and Tony Boase and a Genoa. A branch and a quiet penalty, reference one channel cry and not the ball no 2 Lucas Paqueta ever ball on the chair. A debut to forget. After 150 million pounds, no be a schedule or the back to the Chelsea setup. One started because I won't believe we said we need enough time to train with the team, and also coach starting from a team. But you know, and there was a nightmare for Abranti Fenemosh's Casedo. Not a good day for him. Apart from the defeat, also ever conceded penalty, and the two most expensive guys, Bako the penalty channel, now Bako conceded a penalty for Chelsea. Too bad. Not a good day for the Blues and Genoa. Nanye for Chelsea and Omulusu by 3 goals.
8 balls, the chiche.
Yes.
Also call map for some Sanya penalty.
Yes.
And almost say glaring chance, so I call Botu baby cry.
There was one
the nightmare.
There was one a keeper in the yard before the penalty.
Yeah.
Or the chair that could have even resulted in a goal.
But who's the way behind effective on this one?
No, you know, they will sit him down, psych him, and prepare him for the next game. I don't think it will affect him. Where they are here come here come back on their channel. Get me TV on Facebook. And one but we not meeting about one team.
Yeah,
and that is it. On church and no match you know match I said. But you know they need to sit him down. No mama not say football no see any sika case your toss like so pressure never but you need to cool the tempers down. And I want to believe say or starting next 2 games for Chelsea no any match to be asa into Luton Town no ben more for there. So we didn't see na say one Enzo Mo bad you know. You have that patient time to build up. Now also have the confidence in our back. So let's see what Castle will offer. Obviously, penalty no bear, but in film video you are not obebu. Ediama Enzo. Into where they were just unfortunate. Say and kwan see where chili they see inside. Then also turn boss. But that is football. All those things are part of the game. You know.
Yamiani no kura utimu no afi enye mwasa rough. And if they are carwabe kind what they wati unisubai. All right, yeah, twice or do you want to do it by boss. Andy hyped this Chelsea team during the preseason games, saying it will be difficult for any team to dominate Chelsea. I told him the level of coaches in the Premiership now are more powerful than even the current players. Pochettino can't even compare himself to Arteta now. How much more the other coaches? Is it true? Say, I don't know.
Now, the 2 matches at Chelsea, they have not been dominated. And the case was that it will be difficult for teams to dominate Chelsea.
Okay.
Go and check the statistics of ball possession and other dominance against Liverpool, against
West Ham, yeah.
In terms of dominating, none of the teams have dominated them. And don't forget, on a normal day, these fixtures are they're very difficult to be won by Chelsea. Against Liverpool or home, it could be anybody's game, and they play the draw. Away to West Ham is it's a London derby, and it's usually a difficult game. We had the winner now about last minute cry. So for me, we are Chelsea fan. Should be brave because they 2 tough games. And no at the time, players are trying to settle. Me, as I sit here, I see a lot of positives around the Chelsea team.
Okay.
The man in their positives. I agree there are positives.
Yeah.
But consistently, Chelsea attack need weak. And it is not this year, it is not last year, yes. But now, when one who's a Jackson Bobo could keep a hop. And in tight spaces, when a team is defending, when a team is packing the ball, do we now West Ham for 18? You know, you need that type of a striker to score.
Do we not dominance na total?
Yes. But one of the ball. And unfortunately for Chelsea, the same thing is happening to Man United. The wingers are not scoring. And when the match, they be a Liverpool advantage, you know. And then I must sit in Pempi more advantage, you know, because you see Foden scoring, you see the Julian Alvarez scoring, Obehu Rodri so she, Obehu Ellen Holland so she. Look at Liverpool, Salah she, Luis Diaz she, Diego Jota she. But look at Manchester United, Rafael Varane she. Look at Chelsea, you know, same situation it here. Into one other players now can be. For me, I was impressed with Raheem Sterling. And for many 2 games for Chelsea, he has played so well. But you know, they need to complement the effort of Abrante and Freddie Jackson because the nine did you know Imoha. This is Chelsea that allowed Tammy Abraham to leave after scoring 12 goals.
Okay.
And the competitors and now Jackson as number 9. Chelsea will need a striker. Now,
Tactical Orlando Ebusa Caicedo penalty no.
It was a clear penalty.
Was it a penalty?
It was a clear penalty.
Sir.
Yeah, it was a clear
okay.
You need another angle. There's an angle a bit more who's in a
penalty. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good morning, General Savimbi. Chelsea can buy whoever they want, but have to beg for what they need. Experience, passion, desire, and cohesion can't be bought with money. They will need time to gel together. Clifford Cheba for Woodbridge, America Mem, and Adiwe Bremen. All right. Oh, near a soft na na translate yes na say sofu ne bia na sofu ba bia
Debbie, and you know correct.
yes okay we from me saving be all right
Yeah. It's me mom crack striker.
wo nyo ma me wo ha unu sofu ntina ma gina ma me pese be ka ho we okay what do you to me be dia to unu sofu what do you go
You know, Liverpool are bounced back and almost were us an free. Almost they can't consider first goal. And my referee no ball on the offside. Trent Alexander-Arnold again gifting an opponent ball, another error, and Antion Semenyo make no mistake. You two the outside foot and baby or the ball no a tomb podium. Now Liverpool need to bounce back. Obviously, Mo Salah will be present. Luis Diaz a buy no or the ball no previously. None who are you, but you know, a Liverpool defense now quite the Musa. Or the ball none who are you, but this time no. On teaming crab ball no after injury no, but he makes sure say ball no or no, and look at the second goal that he scored for a team my friend Liverpool. Brilliant. Now ball na fekeke, and the ball no a tomb. Before Dominic Zoboslai, ekunya that penalty no. So don't go Liverpool penalty no. For me, na me still am who didn't referee na Antoine Semenyo go no na January.
Yeah.
Babo na go na fe. Baby o dina pa the ball.
Short to the ball.
Na ball na fe. Liverpool had a penalty. Mo Salah boy will say we, but make no mistake. And Osan the ball account. And then goalkeeper gifted Diago Jota another goal. And Liverpool. Or many more January. You can talk about their midfield, you can talk about their defense, but again, on my attack in the day, January. Sharp. Obia say, you're going to lose their fast so go. Fekeke. Apart from one a partner, so we look at the goal. Brilliant. Penalty in it. You know, boy dear. Now I mean
outside and I said
no, it was
ball
inside. It was inside.
Okay.
It was inside. Maybe I can be sat on not only say a penalty. Any you know how they
okay.
Or they
How about an edge? How about what is a penalty?
Well. So that was Liverpool. Salah boy and a keeper and the save and straight away. Salah ball on it too. Liverpool is back and Genoa after first game on ball against Chelsea will be a ball match, you know. They are back to the foot. Now the big game.
Obi anywhere or who may me as Alex as someone Macquarie. Also the combat the NBA sending me no pay. Macquarie me 2 hour pay me nyori.
The information is
443.
443. Also for me I don't know about any gym pa.
Oh, keep it be that pool.
443 no any gym. Alex as someone Macquarie.
champion.
Now as we are but say cool down. Chelsea will come up. I believe in the guys. After sending me some pictures now, you know. System I want need you here 443. Good morning, Macquarie.
Okay, you know. So that is it for Liverpool. Now the big game. Manchester City and Newcastle United a game or be or she be the level of the Premier League and how Newcastle United so also Makoda forget it. They are back to the foot.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna give you. At a point in the first half, City dominated, especially Sandro Tonali kunya yellow card, and now slow down kakra. But Joletti to kunya yellow card, now more slow down. Matthew Kovacic, Phil Foden was at the center of attraction. No more pia game winning now. But in the second half, when they settled, clearly that is where you saw Newcastle United. Game no omo bomb so omo mature in the game. Who that team play, who that cohesion, and who players are. Am I ready to battle team like a friend in Manchester City? And almost Chelsea last season they were part of the top 4, and this season they are back. They want to cement their position in the top 4. But who else? It's Julian Alvarez. But no any chance. But you know, baby that is what you need from a striker. Baby hate a ball. No. Nick Pope for me, one idea baby because any weak wrists. I want me and fan carbon ye. And I bought the team to at them. At a point, now Newcastle phone team City phone could go actually, but City showed resilience, especially Abrantia friend Manuel Akanji and Ruben Diaz. They played really, really well. And I'm making sure 3 points, you know. Genoa, I'm making sure Becca 12 games are not my ball before this game, you know. Now Eddie Howe best result, one drop. Into Newcastle United against City there. It has always been City. It has always been City. And you give it to Pep Guardiola and his charges.
The sure bet to lead the line for the Black Stars is Antoine Semenyo. Everton may not be fourth time lucky this time. They still have little time to do panic buying. As for United midfielders there, whoever advised Ten Hag to buy Mason Mount has done us more harm than good. It may be another season to forget. Good morning, Sani Saliu. And anyway, about Mason Mount still.
You know, Man U
I'm
team.
him so makotoka.
Man U team, apart from Unana, Ubia Mohe, and Mason Mount. Uji goalkeeper ni free moi.
Yeah.
Bisaka, or Mohe, Luke Shaw, or Mohe. Obakati Lisandro Martinez, Yasuano Botobe 1 year. Veran, 0. Casemiro 0, Bruno Crabbe nye Mason Mount 0, Anthony 0, Garnacho 0, Rashford nya supplies. Apart from the goalkeeper, you know, there's no positive thing about United in the first game, in the second game. And if you saw how the Tottenham team outpaced and outrun them, clearly who say United were Jumae. I think it's Eric Ten Hag almost ya spare ni bebre because you know Man U team no born or more born there. Over say Yakopo which also member. Clearly, look at Bissouma, look at Papisa, look at Jay Madison, and again look at Son Heung-min. Richarlison and Crown on can give no team ball. Look at Kulusevski. The number of times that Kulusevski pick a ball from the left side, we need space. So no a purposeful Kaklebi or no can beat me as go. Omu defense no well. You give it to their goalkeeper. Vicario so games or yeah point blank saves. Etimi make sure say Mama United and shit. Those were the few opportunities that came their way. But this is not the United that we saw last season. It almost almost first 2 games last season and go ye. But you know the kind of performance everything hang and then the charges no the 2 down no mean than there. It doesn't befit the status of Man United.
Okay.
Not at all. And I agree, Mason Mount is not the solution because clearly. So we should be Bissouma. Now we should Mason Mount. The Manchester United lack a controller in midfield. So I'm not surprised at all. Say nano pa me sorry, I'm at almost Marco variety. Lucky Obia. Say born in me di umfifi on beji board am mama bobi. Into the actually few minutes now Eriksen ban. Eriksen buy and United and control because all that asset to control and make in deep zones. Yeah. But unfortunately, Man U can play a Biabelusu form. Nan can you Bruno Fernandes. But I'm sorry, Bruno Usua Johnny Trino and General unya any positive for the United team. So for me, it is not Mason Mount, but a poor show from the whole United setup, except their goalkeeper and Lisandro Martinez. Who was last season, you know, after his injury, no, untiming ye strong, untiming ye quick. It is a maybe the next game no beat show, but in the next game on boy the general. Man U more they answering. Now
we lost the game tactically and characteristically. We played perfectly into the hands of West Ham and they knew exactly how to deal with our desperation to equalize. Our boys need to calm down and maintain their composure like they did when they were down by a goal. This is our time and we'll bounce back from it. Boss, Chelsea will be in the top 3. Akwesi Safo Kantanka Airport Residential Area, Accra. Andy.
You know, enough of the Premier League.
Okay.
Now to Spain. Real Madrid they bought against America. Na you know a game a park no mo boss bo nya mianimie. Na park na ma ball ne boy den. Inti na unya the best out of the talent and the park na so. Madrid as usual conceded and yaka say almost central defensive pair no mo defense in shape and the lack of pivot in their midfield no. And they will be conceding goals just like they conceded last season. And unfortunately, Courtois is not around. Andre Leonel and Guswana or Dapuni. So obviously, Madrid, you expect them to concede. But after conceding, you know, they bounce back. And that is where the experience of Toni Kroos. Cool, calm, collected, making sure see a bit building up ball in who appear. Or they go tried by the no work until Jude Bellingham. But no being himself off and look at the placement of the ball. Again, look at the cross from Toni Kroos, Jude Bellingham, a pin ball no at the 2 at them for the second goal. So watching the rule now, Albona, he's playing just behind Vinicius and then Rodrigo. And it's a ball ni Ben Munase Vinicius move to the left. He's the next person in line, or he's the next person behind Rodrigo goes inside the 18 box. Into goals in the afu obeche bebre. And then only idea unya from Jude Bellingham or demand the second goal. but you need to watch the third goal from Vinicius Junior. You know, baby Vinicius Junior or J ball no. Any kind of fast to the national ball, I say Emma ball in 2 attempts. Really tells you say after the first game I know I was struggling, then I'm Martin Rua. Second half no drifted to the left, you know. Jude Bellingham second goal no any. Apart from Toni Kroos and you know, make no mistake. On also one player apart from the ball skill no or height ye pa and make no mistake, you know. Abrante and the ball home or day a second goal ne ebaya. Finally, Vinicius a crown with the third goal. Madrid Vinicius goal you know. Look at the goal. Make no mistake and no try ball now say or the ball at 2 goal. Team Madrid 6 points from 2 games and on Manchester they are ready for the Spanish La Liga. Barcelona struggled on the other hand. Marc-André ter Stegen was the savior in the first half. Supporters in the know minimum park in the Krabi Brama. In Tiano, I'm 39,000 penenra. It's in Baby Pimo Stadium one clearly very unfamiliar to see Barcelona playing na stadium na ema. Oba star be na aba be ni binim. Inti and clearly we first half card is born on mobile boy na no she until the second half omu ye nsisaye Emma Ferran Torres ni Ansu Fati bad game ma you know obo be change game. In the first half it was Frankie de Jong who was in the thick of events in midfield, and look at that pass from Gundogan to Abrantia Yefeni Pedri the ball on the toe at them. Goalkeepers enya you know praises baby, but look at Marc-André ter Stegen with this one. She baby ordinary ball on a Pedri ebe share the first goal and San Abrantia Ferran Torres at the second goal never count. Ferran Torres no be and the ball no any move baby, but it looks as if the few minutes coach is the man you know ba or prove baby. Now so ko Italy Serie A no back. Now you know na share after the exit of Romelu Lukaku and then Abrantia your friend Edin Dzeko no e kwanya Lautaro Martinez ene Marco Arnautovic and I say Marco Thuram edibebum. First it was Marco Thuram and omumienu na working for the first goal. Arnautovic in so by no and on so be working here with Lautaro Martinez for the second goal. Until Lautaro baby oja whole last season no e ho to also free and the new guys on my ball more joining no or more chese or more to beat me a build a very good attacker. A bit me a Inter Milan resource and then only had who here with Inter Milan against Monza. The first goal no general or show no park no from Denzel Dumfries to Lautaro Martinez and other ball no at them. Juve ball against Udinese at the Dacia Arena and Federico Chiesa is back. Or one player last season injuries are had in the last 2 seasons. After the Euro no bien himself, he will take over the Italian game. But injuries are had on Nya the open from him. Season no crab we some no bien himself or Aston Villa because at a point na Juve wa hu him into no mo hieska into omo yeso omo beton no na Brantie na ko. He's take and stayed and you know share resource or the Matima your friend Juve or your fitter who a quality forward capable of pace, skill and goals and only the only free no and Vlahovic and Chehon penalty ni ba no bottom with Adrian Rabiot adding the third goal no the Amatima your friend Juventus. Roma set it up in the absence of Roger Ibanez, Gianluca Mancini, Chris Smalling and then Llorente. But you know my defense na enough so I'm bet me prevent the goals na Andre Belotti. Go and watch the goal Belotti share and you know look at the control and look at the Kwanya Belotti at the ball and so at 2 at them. Roma and now midfielders, but Jose no only bench. Bruno Conte na no bench, you know. Jose was so shitty the team here because with this array of midfielders, you don't expect him to concede just like he conceded last season. Andre Belotti goal in Genoa. Brilliant. So see the control no was through and the kind of fast and left in the box.
Okay. Kane, in your first goal.
You can't Saturday in
okay, so then na abeshe can weekend no.
Oh, okay. You know that is what you expect from Harry Kane, and we expect him. He will be scoring goals in the Bundesliga. Big boy, big team, quality around. He will give the defense a hell of a time. He will be a nightmare for the defenders in the Bundesliga, and that is what you expect from Harry Kane. The amount for makes and only idea by Munich Kenya, and you know to start your first game with the Bundesliga now background with the goal. No, almost can't the ring now the plus that and no say, but you know. This is a big boy Harry Kane, and we're announcing a presence in the German Bundesliga.
as an English tablets in any dear cheaper.
You know,
And that's some good wow.
you know what's
That's their
on
captain.
you?
That's about England.
You know how a big go.
They've captured
Yes.
The captain of the English
Everything.
national team.
Yes.
After Gary Lineker in 1986 World Cup, he's the only striker in England. Awaji goal king at the World Cup. He's a consistent improvement scorer in the Premier League. And let's not forget, Ote Makedoni and Samuel Becca and San Okon. Oh, is a monk because of qua Alan Shearer record and because Wadaho. In England, for you know, he said Nanka Hurricane beat me a break Alan Shearer record. And you know, I play with such record. What do you expect? I also follow next year Euro. And England team, you know, say no, who know to say the end to mana the be through big stage. No, my rana. I don't think in Europe any team can assemble quality now. Omo England and count. They can be first or second in Europe and probably in the world into more quality. And he is the main man. He's the leader. He's the front man. Into more expectation also more money dignity. Say they are next Euros. They were in the final the last time, and they hope to be there again next time.
I mean, say Franco Nermin say what they are here. I had how they become Miami Kakrana. Messi. Near my way no Hormunina no as a Murafi. First trophy.
Yes.
Inter Miami and winning first trophy.
First trophy.
After just 1 month per Messi.
And Messi abe equally Daniel Alves record as the most decorated player with some 44 titles. What BT Daniel Alves there no. And to say he is the all-time the most decorated player in association football. General Inter Miami and Kasa nye team USO.
First trophy.
Yeah, more players and so nyade. So it tells you the impact Messi and Mickey with Inter Miami to join a team. Our league, you know, still I'm that's to lead them to win the trophy. I think that you cannot downplay the influence of Messi. I've told you that Messi is going there as the best player in the world. FIFA. Into most of these big boys, they go there at the time of Omari. But I will corner a FIFA best. As a trainer say, the gap between you and the other guys is massive. Into with the impact and the influence he's waving over there. You give it to Messi for doing those things.
Although some people are gifted with football, but we also learn to become perfect. So my advice now that the European football is in session. Coaches of the GPL should assemble their players to watch every single game where quality players and good football are, so they can learn from them and implement the styles. When our league starts. Just to give us good football since our league is on break. Because we are tired of this ting-tong football this season. Tin-tong. We Ifri Kingsley Tamale. All right, now I'm into you.
Jerome, I'm in free my football. The World Cup final.
Of
course.
So never be
No, General, you see, this was the World Cup final.
Sure.
And between two of the world's elite national teams, England and Spain.
Yeah.
And there was an interesting thing. The Obewini Biana or Babeka equally Germany records or Maya Waji World Cup for both the men and the women.
Yeah.
Because now England and Spain, you know, Obia Jemema DNB, but Obia and Emani DNB. So the final has taken, you know, whosoever won was going to make record and say, on my way, Aji World Cup, Aji World Cup.
Yeah.
It was a big game. And for the England national team, coach Mika Serena Wegman, the situation is just interesting. A replica of what happened to her when she was a footballer. Won the Euros with the Netherlands and then lost the World Cup in the final. He had already won the Euros as a coach for England and on Sunday and Oluzi. Since he took over the English national team and Mani team, not on lose any game in a competitive game. The only game Oluzi to Australia was just a friendly. So now expectation here is so high ahead of the final. In fact, now we heard statistics from the beginning to that point now. Two teams, and there was very little to choose between the two. But the game itself, they said I don't know what is it with this English when the trophy is there. Ubekase Spain for no year far better than them. In fact, the Spanish outplayed them. the pressure and everything was them. I think the only person who keep his scoreline 1-0 no, was Mary Epps, the goalkeeper. Mary Epps, the goalkeeper for the Lionesses, saving the penalty from Jenny Hermoso, and then saving several balls and sana game no debane. We are the best goalkeeper of the tournament. But
I don't know how to pivot.
Also, I don't. Oh, I'm being now okay.
Balls na eba no so ho. No say bi na beba.
And I save so yeah.
She did so many saves. And how saving penalty was just amazing. General, she was the brightest spot. Adeba Koyem was the decision of Serena Bergman to drop a Rabah, your friend Laurent James to the bench. Now Brigidi say having rested for so long, it's time to start her. And girl Nanka said Granani Demon and say, I don't know if she wasn't happy. But general, you give everything.
The time a coach didn't buy and tells you said the coach accepted he made a wrong choice.
Because Obia, she was your star girl. Now, what could the red card at Tranchain? Obia expected say she's coming back. Then bench. Maybe on also go to say you don't change a winning team. Interestingly, while she was there, you were winning. So why drop her? SSM BBR England for 90-man control game. No, Anyi BBR. I think that the Spanish were the better side until say Olga Camoni aboard that goal the two general.
Okay.
Pearl
the Ibiaba. But remember what was so the football players with the most trophies. Minima the Obabisa and the Bayo Pearl. Or say Lee Casiaro, 57 trophies. Daniel Alves, 46 trophies. Daniel Duarte, 46 trophies. Leo Messi, 44 trophies. Continue ever from Wookok, Woon, 43. Hussam Hassan, 41. Dawson, Iniesta, 39. And Pearl, Eddie Free Kaswa. And so, Abreye, minima de. Our number challenges are stars here now. Okay. Now it was so.
General, now me can say Abrofune ya debia quite commendable. Olga Camoni no ne papa wu Friday. Again now she go no.
Sure.
The captain of the Spain team no just 23 years.
Yeah.
The father died on Friday. The family and everybody decided say I'm be keeping away from her.
Yeah.
Into family no anka ho asem. Spain Football Federation anka ho asem. Ni team Real Madrid anka ho asem.
Yeah.
Kopem say obo final ni wie. Coincidentally he scored a winning goal for Spain. Amuwi ansa no mo bona mane say ni papa Efrimu. Then the family announced it. Interestingly, Friday and papa ni was Spain. On Sunday, the entire family was in Sydney, Australia. Omo je no ho.
Yeah.
Eba be support akwada no.
Yeah.
E won the final. So it was after the game and omo ekachre no. Information management and so crucial because clearly I'm sure the utie say no so ni papa ni close na kebi omo bona mane and kebi kura nko ntumi and it could have been different story. At the end of the day, utie ni nsem okotro ye say ogidi say ni papa na ahoodin a oje mu no and no odi be hye ni mu e ma na ye di otumi ye no enti oda papa na say enam papa ni enti ode eye star out to Spain for crest no eso national team's crest no or no at the abeto so and it's just amazing. General, maybe my last but one pick here.
One call President Spain football president so.
General,
we say why now we can call. Everyone was a one power is a story the free.
Me the micro no me video adiana no ye no on my phone I was shocked. Sir, there was another guy on the episode do be general one so be kissy girls no na wait.
Na who say it say wrong na
no dear. On say abrofunu crowd we
Luis Roberts only Jennifer Hames.
Yeah.
But again, also you're very okay.
Yeah.
He said he's
or say or say okay or say why enjoy.
Also why enjoy.
Was it why enjoy sir at the end.
Look at it.
I course no. But then some okay and just say it's a papa no.
Yes. I'll say it was
because of the relationship between ono ne papa no and a team ni na ne papa no. What person will crucify no my politicians na de onwa jim sexual violence. I don't use sexual violence.
But you know, oye man bro so. Enya wo mko na ye ne sa wo. Ada eye players no ye mu aba we de ne de e no de ball na no. Omo maka nyina no okisi omo no afam omo. I was so surprised. Ente do baby no omo decide so omo to ano so nyina omo mfo omo ba. Ono nko a. It wasn't only Hamoso no ye no. Almost all of them, but Hamoso the any day. Says what they no born and no. Oh, and minim what really he was doing. Say na niya jabroso and I say offer feelings another. You don't get it.
And if you're Musso, I don't ban crack. Also, I didn't like it. Okay, it was a totally spontaneous mutual gesture because of the immense joy that winning a World Cup brings. What I say?
Yeah.
The president and I have a great relationship. His behavior with all of us has been outstanding, and it was a natural gesture of affection and gratitude.
Affection and gratitude.
Yes.
No,
serious. Yes. Yeah.
Mutual.
A gesture of friendship and gratitude cannot be gone. Cannot be a goner. Cannot be gone over so much. We have won a World Cup, and we are not going to deviate from what is important.
Great. You know, Rabana Semono, and Noah Samia Bibia.
Yes.
Sami Nikwa is a man for a kata, to be very honest, for the extremists. Ombe to me akaze papa no yema aneboroso. But in Pempi, Bibi say ni ana odwen o hwe adwene etechira or dey asade no. Ene Rabana say adwene etechira eni gie moroso. Ene ade na ma na ye de ahye ono na nimunyam no. Ehu anigie ene ode ye. Edu be say mutual. Na cheso mienu nyina nye se bi kura papa no mpo ena eye omu jubilate omu nyina na ye nti we dem so omu jai
politicians bibia no mo bajim no mo baji on be score points na de tie Irene Montero or say sexual violence. Let's not take for granted that giving a kiss without consent is something that happens. It's a way of sexual violence that women suffer on daily basis, and up to now it's invincible, and that we cannot normalize it. Hey, politicians!
You know, no crave one same thing. You say they will be determined say sexual violence na your bano. So bano na eka stanse mwedi anke yasem. Obana okisi no. So no na eka say wa yere na kisi no. Na ompenso no ompe. Na case na nye crime.
Yeah.
And found baby abe case nye crime. It only becomes crime when it's against the will of the person.
Sure.
And tinipa na so say it's she's even added to it say a mutual. Not just nye papa no ko ampo na de na no bae. Ono so de na no bae no mienu na omoyeye.
Okay.
Enti omunya ma papa ni din na.
Baba ya kansim we still are. The president and I have great relationship. His behavior towards all of us has been exemplary, and it was a natural expression of affection and gratitude.
Affection and gratitude.
Una wa yo hu somebody called Bibian Bescoma.
Oh, the omunyai politicians in nyai. Say Rabana kasa ode no humpo and they complain they are fine. But no say mutual they are same be anyway.
Even though she says she didn't enjoy it. Oh, okay. So.
I say at this stage, to be very honest, I'm not sure say romance will be a team.
Okay.
I said you World Cup has Spain without mentioning Barcelona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think 9 Barcelona players were
7.
But 7 started. 7.
Yes.
And no, we the goalkeeper no, Catalina Cole. Olma Batley right back no.
Yeah.
The centre backs no, Irene Paredes.
Every hero.
Yes.
But you over replicated the man here in 20.
Yes, no athlete. At 19. Wow. Sergio, in 2018 she won the FIFA Women's Under-17 Championship.
Wow.
And then last year, Under-20 World Cup, so win or Spain team they win here.
Okay.
And then this year, so she has done that. So Omar replicated, but who's the irony? They say, "Mema diano Iniesta esheno na mano Camona on the part of Real Madrid say."
Okay.
And it was similar. It was a similar situation in that year. One of Spanish players, Amid Jackie Ewuye.
Okay.
2010. No, Sina Kaima Espanol. So Iniesta share go no crowd ko yi ni Jesse or ni Jesse ana watchro Ami Jackie rest in peace.
Okay.
And she come on at the end so ono so ni papa wu. So we can similar situation be about so.
But on the country.
Oh, young country no dear. Yes, ono ne de young country no. And then they've done massively well, say you my idea.
Okay. Now
What I just felt for coach Sarina Viegma.
Oh.
So you know me can once I even as much as I may support spin there, but like I felt saying modern bonus said you she's a great coach.
What is wrong with kissing? It's part of joy and happiness. If kissing were to be a crime, I would have been in prison long ago. Because that's exactly what I do when I'm very happy. That kusi.
That Royal Spanish.
That kusi. So kissing a crime. And go to cell and out the prison. Go to Nigeria, Najimo ya.
What's the name of the Jibro?
This is it. We have
No, I'm not saying you.
No,
No,
I'm not Kenya. It's here. Yeah. That kusi.
Ada okazo yo.
Ufise ufuze ano yo. Ose de Nigeria. Yo ya.
Ele va gosi le atula. Se do na atula o okazo yo. There monsieur mo stadium no was catch you. Maybe I'm also not the best.
Yeah, but that was so not 9 Barcelona players in our park.
Yeah.
No, you can start.
Make us start
here.
Oh no, I'm even talking about both ends.
Okay, yeah, Kira Wash.
Kira
Wash
and
is
Lucy Bronze.
Yeah. England, yeah.
England side. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were 9, but 7 for 8.
All right.
You know, finally, me by England kakre wada Romana young.
Okay.
You see, the first thing is Nano Saraki Zongo, Coach Karim Zito, okay, beach them.
I use Nsawam Zongo. Nsawam Zongo.
Some Saraki Zongo. Abi am konfube kasi kumasi ana. So no Nsawam
Zongo.
Okay.
Horun shadans.
Pacho mati. Se hu shwa se dia kure hu no di ne kuyi wada wase. See na you kwa we akobo draw aba.
Because if you catch it na ehoro bi edi wana.
Agbeja bi aso catch ziko.
Wa mama kai.
Catch zito say na ho bi edi wana.
Agbeju hu ni sa no do.
As on Pekasa.
Makai papa de jo alaji ro.
Obi enu oni edi zito aye sere ziko.
Ejo makai papa bi alaji ro.
Yeah.
Ye boni game ni team top liners. As alaji change your hair be si bakuwa.
Obi enu echi.
Okay, yeah, to us.
You know, crazy to catch them say. Inya abutrema Manchester team no because we full say omo good pre-season. Na pre-season omo nya na be affect you first 2-3 matches. And you see, Ushe team na wie season na ensisa but omo no mu bobo papa bia at the end of the season no, they are not even playing well. Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, everybody. I think that there was something seriously wrong with their pre-season. And it's the evidence of what we are seeing. So if they are unable to, maybe for say United problem, and yes, we hear signings. My dream say team na boys na ninya omo fitness, any omo niema right. Because omo body language on the pitch grano doesn't befit a Manchester United team. Okay. And that is what have to change. Otherwise, any obvious is not the entire team. The only thing on the field that I've realized is say I think say coach na onya confidence say striker ninya my Rasmus ninya my onya confidence in Anthony Martial push Rashford to the left wing because clearly Rashford is struggling as a number 9 and he's not getting it. Final one here.
Supplies are not going, Franco.
Yes, he's struggling.
Martial they win here confidence be
Oh, General in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Father of Fachemi. You see, Mason Greenwood in Semno Gentre in social media and all over the place. And I think the Manchester United for no more yam and aborso. Abrantiano, and Mrebi England be so innocent. As we speak, Obana ye can asemno. Obana no one now afaba. And this is the boy or joining. This is only Obana new. Omo latest picture on the Bible.
Okay.
Obana is what assaulting no. Ono no ne da hoya. Omo didui.
Na then na kwa assault no. Wa dem yi kra.
Look at them. In fact, there was another picture they posted that Mason Greenwood, Obano, and Omo Baketwano, Omo me and saying na di Omonsa atu Omonsa yem. This is Mason Greenwood. Yes, this picture Mason Greenwood, Obano na Akwadaketwano Mawono. enso miensa eno mo posti indirectly saying there whatever it is no they are together nti nkrofo mo no feel so me holier than thou I no nti any kwanse boy no mo get back into the team no I think they would have to forget about them and be very straightforward. They have to bring Mason Greenwood back into the team. This is the boy who joined the team at the age of 7. In TBB, will be a Manchester United for a part of his upbringing.
Okay. Mamini Jack can be at the Bintuma no Tuma Bano. So social media, they almost say Amy and
Oh, Sam.
I Manchester United. I'm Chelsea. I don't watch three jerseys in me. No, a boom.
Yes, sir.
My name is Tony. I'm an Arabia.
About me, about ye betchimo de maba Ted or ye that Ted Namus that 12. No hand one young 12 to one year.
Okay. Aradia, this is who the Ebebremo. Ye did drink a crana about our Mohammed, and so the latest Africa ha and the Biamiaka cry and so Ebebre Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television. I'm saying no, there were 2 television, and I'm saying me can't be say blue no, and say narrow and so wow, the beer on him we are saying it.